Feeling lost can be overwhelming. It's like standing at a crossroads with no idea which way leads forward. We've all had times like this, moments when life feels scattered and uncertain. But here's the good news. Feeling lost doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're ready for a new step. As inspired by the wisdom of Robert Greene, let's explore how to find your true path. In the next few minutes, I'll share ideas that can guide you back to a sense of purpose and help you reconnect with your deeper calling. Recognize the feeling of being lost first. You need to understand the feeling of being lost. It's not just confusion about a career or a lack of motivation. It's a signal that something important is missing. Maybe you're stuck in a job that doesn't excite you, or perhaps you followed someone else's plan and now realize it isn't right for you. This uncertainty can be painful, but it's also a nudge. It's telling you to pay attention, to take a step back, and to look inward. Many of us try to ignore this feeling. We distract ourselves or convince ourselves that life is just supposed to be this way. But if you can be honest about that emptiness, you can begin to fill it. According to Robert Greene's philosophy, these moments of confusion are your mind's way of saying, it's time to refocus on who you really are. Look at your childhood interests. If you feel lost, start with a powerful question. What did I love doing when I was young? Children explore what fascinates them without thinking of money, success, or expectations. They follow their curiosity naturally. Recalling these pure interests can help you reconnect with the core of your personality. Maybe you love drawing and now you work in an office with no creative outlet. Maybe you were always the one fixing broken toys, and now you're stuck in a role that requires no problem solving. When you remember what once excited you, you might find clues about your natural inclinations. These early passions can reveal a hidden path you lost sight of along the way. Your uniqueness, Robert Greene often emphasizes that each person has unique gifts and a unique perspective. Yet our daily routines can blur that individuality. We think we have to match some social standard, earn a certain degree, live in a certain place, or reach a specific milestone by a certain age. It's important to set aside the noise. Look at the interests that stand out for you, the unusual skills you have, and the experiences that shaped you. These things make you different, and that difference is where your power lies. Instead of hiding your unique traits, treat them like a hidden resource. Try keeping a simple journal. Write down what energizes you and what drains you. Look for patterns. Are you happiest when working with your hands? Do you love research or analyzing data? If you keep track, you'll see themes emerge. Those themes will guide you toward tasks and projects that align with your true self. Build self-reliance. Feeling lost often comes from relying too heavily on outside voices. Maybe you constantly seek approval from bosses, teachers, or even friends. While feedback can be good, too much reliance on others makes you lose your inner direction. To find your path, start trusting your instincts. Act on them in small but meaningful ways. For example, if you sense a certain project suits your talents, volunteer for it. If you feel drawn to a new skill, start learning it, even if people around you don't see its value yet. Over time, following these signals strengthens your self-reliance. You begin to make decisions based on genuine interest, not just external rewards or applause. Study those who inspire you. Robert Greene studied figures from history to uncover patterns in their paths to mastery. You can do something similar in your own life. Look at people who inspire you, individuals who have found real success or fulfillment in fields that intrigue you. It could be an entrepreneur who started with nothing, or an artist who carved out a space in a crowded market. Don't just admire them from a distance. Study their stories. How did they begin? How did they handle doubt or rejection? What skills did they focus on building? Seeing their journeys can give you a blueprint. It also shows that everyone faces setbacks. The difference is how they respond. By understanding their paths, you can adapt their strategies to your own life, crafting a direction that fits your nature and goals. Take small, consistent steps. When you're lost, the gap between where you are and where you want to be can seem huge, but big goals don't have to paralyze you. Start small. Identify the next best step in front of you. It could be reading a book on a topic that sparks your curiosity, sending an email to someone in a field you admire, or spending an hour each day practicing a valuable skill. These small actions build momentum. Each new skill or piece of knowledge adds to your sense of purpose. Many people wait for a grand, life-changing event before they move forward. But real change often comes from those small, repeated efforts. Each time you show up for yourself, you're proving that you're serious about your growth. Over weeks and months, these small steps can lead you out of confusion and into clarity. Accept the reality of struggle. It's easy to think that once you find your path, everything becomes smooth. But part of Robert Greene's teaching is that mastery comes with setbacks and struggles. Every journey includes obstacles, failures, doubts, even heartbreak. If you understand this from the start, you won't be shocked when things don't go according to plan. View each challenge as a lesson. Maybe you try something and it doesn't work out. Instead of seeing that as a final defeat, try to see why it failed. Did you need more practice? Were you lacking certain resources? Did you have the wrong approach? By analyzing the setback, you gain valuable insight. Then, the next time you try, you're stronger. Embracing these bumps in the road helps you move forward with steady determination. Find mentors and allies. No one succeeds in a vacuum. Even when you trust yourself, you still need input from people with experience. A mentor doesn't have to be a famous expert. It can be someone at work who has knowledge you need, or a friend who is a few steps ahead in a similar journey. The point is to learn from their successes and failures. Likewise, build a circle of allies. These can be friends, colleagues, or fellow learners who understand and support your goals. You can talk to them when you're unsure or when you need encouragement. Having people who share your vision can make the journey feel less lonely. This gives you both a support system and a reality check when you're veering off course. Adapting your path is not a straight line. You might start with one idea of what you want, only to discover a better opportunity that pulls you in a new direction. That's perfectly fine. The key is staying flexible. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to pivot. However, make sure you're pivoting from a place of insight, not just frustration. If you feel excitement and curiosity about a new possibility, explore it. Keep evaluating whether each new direction brings you closer to or further from your authentic desires. Adaptation isn't giving up on a dream, it's refining your approach to find the best fit for who you are becoming. Be patient with progress. In our fast-paced world, it's tempting to rush. We want instant results and immediate clarity. But true progress usually takes more time than we'd like. Patience is key. One of the reasons people feel lost is they expect quick solutions to deep, lifelong questions. Recognize that your personal growth is a long-term process. Celebrate small wins along the way, like mastering a new skill or completing a challenging project. These milestones keep you motivated and remind you that change is happening, even if it's not as fast as you'd hope. With patience, you give yourself the space to grow at a healthy pace, and you avoid burning out from unrealistic deadlines. Reflect and revise. It's easy to wander off track if you never pause to reflect. Every few weeks or months, set aside time to review your progress. Ask yourself, what have I learned? Where am I stuck? What excites me about where I'm heading? Write your thoughts in a journal or discuss them with a trusted friend. If you find that your enthusiasm has faded, consider why. Maybe your environment changed, or maybe your interests shifted. This doesn't mean you failed, it means it's time to adjust your direction. A regular check-in helps you stay aligned with your true goals, preventing that feeling of drifting too far from your sense of purpose. Your path forward. It can be scary to admit that you feel lost, but that honesty is the first step toward transformation. Look at your early passions, embrace your unique qualities, and trust yourself enough to explore possibilities that spark your curiosity. If you stumble, learn from it and move on stronger. Build relationships with mentors and allies who encourage your growth, and above all, be patient and keep checking in with yourself. Remember, being lost isn't the end. It's an invitation to discover who you really are and what you're meant to do. Use these insights, inspired by Robert Greene's teachings, as a compass. Each day, take a small step, gather a bit more knowledge, and align yourself with work and activities that awaken your real strengths. Over time, these steps add up to something meaningful. You'll find that sense of purpose you've been missing. Thank you for watching, and I hope you leave this video feeling inspired and ready to chart your own course. You're not stuck, you're on the verge of finding something real. Now is the time to begin. Take that first small step, trust the process, and let your sense of purpose guide you forward. If you believe in the path you choose, you'll never truly be lost again.